Hi everybody, it's Patty from Getty Things. I know you're not used to seeing me this minimally put together, but I'm about to, in fact, I'm seconds away from teaching a class. We're going to do a Workday vlog where I am going to act as though you were right beside me waiting to hear all the things that happened during the workday. Maybe not all of them, but the highlights. In the meantime, please do hit subscribe, like the video if you decide that you like it, and we will get on with our day. Wish me blessings. I'm back with my lunch. Ooh, with my lunch, or what's left of my lunch. Had a great class. It was a freshman composition 2, which means we were talking about research papers and MLA format and all those cool things. I tend to teach APA format in the first half of freshman composition in my classes. As you can see, someone has put my kitty cat calendar up for me in February. It has 2 little kittens. It's so cute. It's a kitten calendar, as you could probably imagine. So we had a great time in class, and we did a lot of deep discussion of the short stories we were talking about in this case, and I highly recommend them. It was Alice Walker's Everyday Use, Flannery O'Connor's A Good Man is Hard to Find, Nathaniel Hawthorne's Young Goodman Brown, and William Faulkner's A Rose for Emily, which is Southern Gothic. So really is Flannery O'Connor's Good Country People. Good stuff to read. And I also wanted to mention that at some point I'm going to put up my research paper format that I created for my classes. It's a way to do research papers or any kind of writing that requires research smarter, not harder, and to make sure that you have a really great product. So I'm going to share that at some point in the future in a discrete number of videos that I'll come out with again. It's going to take a little bit more work. They're going to be a little bit more difficult to produce. And as you know, I am learning to produce. So it's going to be a good goal to have moving forward. Do you have some goals that you're thinking about right now? Some things that you would like to learn to do and you're thinking about first steps towards those goals? So for me, getting better with production means doing more complex videos where I want to bring documents up in the video so that you can see them and all other kinds of bells and whistles. So I hope you're enjoying this. I'll be back in a little bit. I have another class to teach later this afternoon, and in between those times, I'm doing admin work. So for right now, know how loved you are until we meet in what for you will be a few seconds. Thanks. Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. My disembodied voice brought me this beautiful Olipop. It's cream soda. It's one of my favorite flavors of Olipop. I like the strawberry vanilla as well, and I drink the banana, as you may have seen in another video. I was going to share an idea with you that I had last night that I wanted to include in this video, and it has to do with mail. So I got the mail from my disembodied voice, brought the mail, and it was just a couple of pieces of things today. But as we moved up into another bedroom, it can be a really good place to kind of restart as if you're moving into a new residence. And so what we decided to do is see what made sense being in the bedroom and what made sense never coming into the bedroom in the first place. And one of the things that we decided should never come into the bedroom, anybody's in our house, is mail. Because what does it do? It creates an issue on so many levels. The first level is it takes business into the bedroom. And the bedroom, for me, should be a relaxing place where I read, where I may play games, where I may do puzzles and things like that, but not things where I'm paying bills or, corresponding with people over business. And so the mail from now on is going to stop on my desk, is where it's going to stop, and it's never going to make it into another room. So we will either file it or dispose of it as needed. It'll be so much simpler. Can you imagine just not taking your mail into another room? Maybe some of you already do this, but just not ever starting in the first place to have clutter in another room, but just taking it. And I know some people like doing inbox and things, but for me, just putting it on my desk, dealing with it right away. Like this one is a cable bill, I think, or maybe it's our landline. But this one can be disposed of right away because they still send this to me no matter how many times I say I would like to do paperless statements. The one that is for a university, sent that to try to recruit my kid. It's just a flyer and it's not a place that he's interested in going at this point. So I can, tear that one up. And those can both go in the trash instead of creating a mess situation. In this room where my office is, currently the front room, we're moving my office back to the back room to have a bright, shiny office for our YouTube community, which will be really neat, and also for my students. And so this whole issue about the mail used to be huge for us. We literally had tote bags full of mail when we were cleaning up and would just move the old mail from one place to the other. When we finally got past that, we decided not to do it again. So the mail, again, will only stop on my desk. It will not go to the bedroom. With that in mind, we initially thought, well, of course I'll do my makeup in the bedroom. It doesn't take that long. And for that matter, it's, a first thing in the morning kind of thing after a shower, or maybe I've showered the night before. But here's the thing, the more I thought about it, it didn't make sense to have my vanity in the bedroom. More on that in a minute. Things are getting pretty interesting at this point. I'll be back. So I'm using this brush to help me remember to talk about makeup. It made sense to me, but it might not make sense overall. So here's the thing, and this is the reason that we're going to move my vanity down into my new office, is it really doesn't make any sense for me to have the vanity in the room and the makeup in the room, because I don't really put on the makeup until I'm either out of the shower or have washed my face. And the bathroom for that is downstairs. And so that's across from the office that we're going to use that way. And so we can go ahead and put that in there, and it makes more sense than having it upstairs in the bedroom. This is a sort of intentional way of organizing things. Organizing is happening in the background too with the disembodied voice, isn't it, disembodied voice?
It is.
Excellent. So, that's the sort of thing that we're trying to do. If you have any additional ideas, I'd love to hear them. But just having things that are where they need to be for where you accomplish tasks, or where they need to be to stop being clutter, like I mentioned with the mail earlier, I think is a really good idea. And it's cool because teaching and organizing kind of go hand in hand. So I have some really cool ideas a lot of times when I'm thinking about what I'm going to teach about just doing things in an orderly manner. So hopefully that'll help some of y'all maybe think about places in your house that don't really make sense the way they are, or places in your apartment or in your room that really don't make sense the way they are, right? That didn't make sense. We took it upstairs because, of course, you would typically think, oh my gosh, well, a vanity, that would go in the bedroom to put your makeup on, but that is not where it's convenient for me to put my makeup on. So that is the moral of that story. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back in a little bit. Hey y'all, I got to the end of the workday. I'm having an Atkins bar. It's not naturally sourced. It's not the best choice for a snack, but it's got 16 grams of protein, 3 grams of net carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and it's rich in fiber, 15 grams of total fat. Is that what it says? I'm not sure. Anyway, ooh, and it jumped out because it's mad at me for saying it's not a natural choice. It's very delicious to me. I mean, with the choices that I have, it's delicious. And I mean, it's delicious in general. I keep making disclaimers and caveats. I don't need to do that. So this is the flavor chocolate peanut butter bar. So anyhow, this is the snack that I'm having because at the end of the day, look how my eyes are flying right now. Earlier, it was like, I don't even know if I could do it earlier, but if you go back through the video, you'll go, oh yeah, her eyes were very different. So it's been a long day. I started early on the computer, long work day, and now there's a new part of the day happening. Oh, see how I'm just struggling. However, my makeup has held up, which is good. I've been using my Rosewater face spray. I think it's Mario Badescu, throughout the day. It's an older product, and I absolutely love it. And I've been using it to refresh I mean, it's not a lot of makeup, to be honest. It is, and I'm glad I found those earrings. Remember in another video, I found those. It's, what I put on today. It's oh, I'm so glad I thought about this. Sorry, I'm all over the place, and I need to put my bar down before it melts all over my hand. But today I was having a hard time finding my regular bag of skincare. I keep it in a little satin bag I got as a extra with something that I got quite a while back, probably years ago. Anyway, I keep it in this bag and we've misplaced it. I don't know where it is. And so today I found that I had my rose spray and then thank you, Vaseline. I found my tub of Vaseline and I just sprayed on the rose water and then I put just very thin Vaseline over that. I think it looks good. I kind of am low key impressed. And over that, I put the Laura Geller spackle and I put the eye spackle, and that stuff is amazing. There's a big difference in how that usually looks at the end of the day there. And then, did I put any lip color on? No. A friend gave me, I should say gifted. Everybody's saying gifted now. A friend gifted gave me um, a beeswax lip balm, and I really like it. It's locally made. It's super good. And so I had that on. I put a little blush here on my eyes, and then up here I put the inside crease color. It's a highlight, basically. I didn't do any lining or any mascara. I have on blush from a Laura Geller palette that I also used the did I use the blush? I think so. Or the bronzer. I can't remember to go all the way around here, but very light. I mean, and I did under my neck too to kind of create that shadow. But I'm trying to think if I used anything else. No, I think that was pretty much it because I was not finding my full skincare regimen. And one of the things that I might have figured out is that this works pretty dang well. And it was a total of, again, 2 products. The Rose Mist face spray from Mario Badescu. I think I'm saying that sort of correctly. And then a thin layer of Vaseline. And the cool thing was the Vaseline kind of emulsified with the rose spray, which caused this all over thing. So not, I mean, I'm always happy with how I look, to be honest, because I love myself and I think we all should love ourselves. But I'm pretty impressed with that. So maybe I'm using more than I need to. Anyway, we'll see. I hope you liked that little bitty walk through the day because it was just a tiny portion. But I want to try to do more stuff like that to improve my vlogging skills and my day in the life vlogging skills because I think those can be really fun. If you want something relaxing to watch and you still want to stay on the channel, please do go over to the video about the thrift store experience that I have. If I find a way to link it here, I will, but I'm not 100% positive I'll find the way to do that. In the meanwhile, I hope that you know how loved you are, and I am sure that you will go in peace and love to serve others.